It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Dolphins and the Bucs, next on Madden Football.
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. Man, this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Personnel is out. Everyone's ready to get this one going. And we're off from Tampa. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. Space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He lofts it deep left. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They'll send him over right. Tua off the play fake. Has it at the 7. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Quieting this home crowd early as they line up for 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet.
Touchdown, Miami! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they start to begin this. Throwing from the gun. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. To throw it on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. And he's out a yard or 2 shy of the 15. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He rolls to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Throwing again. Here's Tua. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. It challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their 2nd drive coming up. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's the give to Irving. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Once again, Irving. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. 3rd and just 2 to go. Pass play coming here. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers parlay the interception. Tagovailoa on 1st down. And that's going to be batted away. Incomplete, so pretty ho-hum way to wrap up our 1st quarter. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff running left, A-Chain. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now a 4th down staring right at him.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Irving here from the gun. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Right back to Irving now. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. Here's 2nd and 5. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They're going play action. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And the Dolphins get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Running left, here's A-Chain. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of one. Both. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at third and very long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, the football's loose. And the Buccaneers scoop it up.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That pass complete to McMillan. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 30. Offense set for a 1st and 10. A-Chain running to the right. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6. Second and 3 now. From the 19. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Has room down the left sideline. And he takes this one back for the... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa from his end zone. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Finds him on the crossing route. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. It's having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. This from 40 on the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Play action on 1st down. Hits his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Back To the line they go. It's second down. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He's going deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's second down coming up. Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Let's see what they went with on third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on fourth down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that...
First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dolphins, your winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.